Good evening. This is Devin. We're professional home educators, and we're with Erin Wainwright tonight. And she is going to teach us about homeschooling with Minecraft. Now, I'm going to admit, Minecraft's been around a while. I have 5 kids. They love it. And I read, when they got into it, I read Minecraft for Dummies, and I still don't understand it. So I'm hoping at least Erin will help us utilize it because it is really an awesome resource. And now that my preschooler has discovered it, I really want to figure out how to let her have some fun. Okay, Erin, we're all yours.
All right, wonderful. Okay, so I've got the chat box up. So I know while I'm talking, and so if you think of something, I'm going to try and stay on top of the chat box too, so that if you have a question while you're thinking about it, I can answer it in real time. But I will ask for questions at the end. So if you just want to wait and take notes, do it at the end. That's fine too, whichever works best for you. So I've been using Minecraft in homeschooling for 7 years now. My son started using it in preschool. So we're going to kind of go over what we did with that. We did it by the seat of my pants. I didn't really have a specific program I used. And if I found things, I was thrilled. We
I think she'll be right back. She must have been having some issues. Let's give her just a minute. Well, I'm Devin, if you don't know me. Some of y'all do, some of y'all might not, because I don't know, sometimes you don't know. Hopefully Erin will be back real quick. And let's see if we can work out her issues. But anyway, we have some awesome workshops in the group. If you're not a member and you have not seen them, you may not have seen them even if you are a member. Homeschooling with Mcprohost is awesome. Stephanie's here. I won't put her on the spot and make her talk or anything, but it's a really awesome resource, similar to kind of like homeschooling with I mean, it's one of my new favorites. We watched.
I want to help you.
Okay, she wants to help me. We had a field trip on Monday and we saw sharks, didn't we? Did you see sharks yesterday? Yeah, and you liked them? Were they big? Did they did they have
Some were small.
Some were small? And what else did you see? You see
Cut my face off.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Go shut that door for me if you're going to be my helper. Go shut that door. Anyway, so homeschooling with Mcprohost, we saw sharks, and there was like a marine biologist that came in and talked, and it was all online, so you can do it from home, and they use Zoom much better. And they use Zoom just like we do, and what they do is after, yes, that's what I tell them a lot. So when they sign in, they go in, and then when they do it, it's like if you go on the website and join Stephanie's site, they have all these, I just don't even know how to describe it. I'm hoping this is Erin. But let's see, not yet. Anyway, so Mcprohost, I'm talking about Mcprohost. We're waiting on Erin to log back in for whoever just joined. Erin had issues with her internet. So Mcprohost is like, they use Zoom and they have all these industry experts that come in and talk about different subjects. I think Erin has set up a zoologist next. And I requested somebody who knows geography and maps, because that's like our first month of school. We have several things of that with my middle schooler. So that's a pretty awesome thing. I think if I remember right, you can join Stephanie's The Nepper site's like $75, but that's special for homeschoolers. They're just getting into homeschooling and letting the homeschool market in. Usually you sign up with schools and it's like thousands, so it's pretty awesome. There's Stephanie. You're mad at me, aren't you? Please don't be mad at me. I'm telling them about a resource that I think is pretty cool.
Oh, it's okay. I'm just in my bum clothes and hanging out around the house, and Noah's right here.
We're moms.
So, but yeah, normally, yes, Nepris works with schools and districts, and I'm trying to get them more in the homeschool community. But if you go through them, it is more expensive. But I have a group I've already paid for, and then they work out with me to where, yes, it is a discount if you join through me. So
it's pretty awesome. And if you go into the group in Professional Home Educators, let me know you want to see it. You can watch Stephanie's workshop, and it has all her contact information and all that in there. And hopefully Erin's back. Poor Erin. I feel sorry for her. No, she's not. Oh my gosh, people, I hope it's not like, this is like one of the nightmares of doing these. Because you just, things happen. Let me see, what else have we done lately? That one's awesome. Let's see, we have game schooling coming up later this year. Awesome. I can't remember the date, but we're gonna do that, and that's a pretty. I'm on. See, I'm a real mom. Yes, I do. Look here, people. How can anybody not like those?
too cute. Oh, I love it. Noah loves it too.
Yay, Erin's back. I saw her. Don't know where she went, but I saw her. There she is. She's back. Okay, I'm going to unmute her. Awesome. So if you joined us before, Erin left and now she's back. And we're going to talk about homeschooling with Minecraft.
Hold on a second.
We are real moms here at Professional Home Educators. Do not let the word professional scare you. The reason I call it professional is because I take the job of being their mother and their homeschool instructor serious, not because I'm actually a professional. I'm a real mom, I promise, and I'm crazy, and yeah, I'm just glad Erin's back because I had this happen a couple of weeks ago. We could not get it back up. So we retaped it. We basically had to meet later and retape it. It was crazy. That's a good one too. Afternoon tea in the classics. If you want to go into the group and find that one's an awesome one too. So Erin, whenever you're ready.
Can you hear me? I think my phone is about.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, Erin, you disappeared. Anyway, okay, so I'm going to talk until she figures out what's going on. It's okay. It's all okay. Let's see. One of my favorites is Corey White did Homeschooling with the 3Ds. That's been one of my favorites because she was so encouraging. And that's with like dyslexia, dyscalculia, and dysgraphia. And it was a jump off of Homeschooling with Disabilities, which is an awesome one too. We want to add more this year. We're going to add more on different diagnosis. So if you have a diagnosis, some kind of disability in your household, and you want a workshop on it, let me know. And it's even a bonus if you have like some kind of contact or somebody homeschooling wise that has worked with that, because I can contact them, and a lot of times they will set up to do a workshop, and that's pretty awesome. I've met some really cool mamas across the nation that, they're so willing to help, and they get so excited over doing workshops. So always let me know. Okay. I think at this point I feel like I need to pray because poor Erin. Anyway, so what else can I talk about? Somebody give me a chat box idea. Somebody, I can talk about anything. We have time. Somebody tell me something. What do you want me to talk about? I can talk to the wall. That's how I feel. At least I can see you. When I do a Facebook Live, I do not feel like I can see people, and so that's really hard. So if you have something for me to talk about, I can talk until we maybe see if Erin can get this all worked out. If she can't, we'll reschedule and maybe do it Thursday night. But let's see if she has said anything to me. Poor girl. I know how she is. She'll feel really, really bad. But okay. You want to know any other resources? We've got lots of resources coming up. I'll tell you what we got coming up in August. August is going to be kind of fun. And then in September, let's see, I have an interview with a homeschool dad. You know, we changed the name so that we could kind of open up and dads could be involved more. They didn't like the mom name. How long does it take me during a typical day with elementary kids? Okay, I have 5 kids. We started when my oldest was 2. So okay. So I'm going to answer Yolanda first, and then I'll move on to Ashley. So my kids, elementary, it depends on the age. Younger elementary, I would say 1 to 2 hours, depending on the age. Now that does not mean you just stop teaching when you finish that. That's the actual sitting down book work. Then the rest of the day, there's some kind of learning play going on. My upper elementary is going to be about 2 hours, 3 hours. Lower elementary is going to be 1 to 2, but that doesn't mean I turn on the TV when they're done and they just, they're vegging out. We don't turn TV on until late in the afternoon, and electronics are kind of kept to a minimum. But there's lots of creative play, and there's if they're getting antsy around dinner time, they might have learning apps. So I kind of can't get rid of tech. Tech is here to stay. I just try not to let them do it all day long, because my kids, it may not be other people's kids, but my kids start fighting when they have too much TV, too much electronics. It just gets a little buggy in this house. So younger elementary is going to be, I'd say, 2 hours tops, and older elementary would be 2 to 3 hours, depending on what they're doing. My younger elementary, I only do math and phonics, and then lots of creative play. And then my upper elementary is going to do science, history, language arts, and math. So I keep it kind of simple. My middle schoolers, so for anybody who wants to know, middle schoolers, that's about 3 hours tops. High schoolers, all over the board. It just depends on what they're doing. My oldest graduated this year. He would do 4 to 5 hours. So it just depends on them. Sybil says 3 or so. Yeah, 3 is a good. I mean, if it takes you 3 hours, I wouldn't worry too much about it. I wouldn't think you're outside the frame of influence. How to get your child checked for dyslexia? Dyslexia. I was going to say it wrong. I told you I'm talked out this month. It depends on where you live. You can check. What's the name of it? It's got a name. I can't remember the name right now. What I'm going to do, Ashley, I'm going to tag you in a couple of posts in the group that I think will help. You're local to me, so I may have some specific ideas so that I don't list a bunch of places that other people watch and they not anywhere near there. I'll tag you in some stuff in the group.
If anyone's in Baldwin, Children's Literacy, she's in
Children's Literacy.
I believe she tests for them as well, and they will be at the expo.
Yeah, they'll be at the expo. If you go to the Baldwin County in Alabama, I'm sure there's other Baldwin counties. They have an expo coming up this weekend, and they'll have that. Bluebird Therapy used to test, but honestly, I would probably go to let's see, what's it called? Go to your pediatrician. See, I'm telling you, I'm maxed out. Go to your pediatrician and then ask them where to test. They may be able to give you some options too. And sometimes when they refer you to somebody, your insurance may help cover the bill. You may need to find some names and just take them into your pediatrician. But I will tag you in those posts. And if something happens, I forget, remind me, because I will tag you. There's several links in the group that that will show you some places to look. I just can't recall them off the top of my head. Hey, Elizabeth. Erin had tech issues, so we're kind of waiting to see if she gets back on, and if she's back. Why did you not give me a chat box and say, hey?
Hi.
Because I'm sitting here talking, I don't know you're here.
Oh, look, my internet is down on everything Wi-Fi. I went to use my phone. My phone died. I'm like, you got to be kidding me right now. I cannot believe it's happening.
That means it's going to be an awesome workshop. You do know that, right? Because this happened to Jennifer Smith's workshop. Everything went nuts.
I'm gonna need a moment or something. Oh my goodness. Okay.
You're fine. I can see, I told you I can kind of talk to a wall as long as I kind of have a general area to talk about. Don't leave me blank and can you leave me blank? I'm like,
I didn't have enough anyway. So let's jump in and get started real quick so maybe we can get this covered. When it's done, I'll share links and everything in the comments so that y'all can find it. I cannot see the chat thing, so Devin, if you'll follow the chat thing for me, that would be perfect, and ask questions if anybody does. Where I'm at now, I can't see the chat. So, okay. So I wanted to start real quick. Are you still there?
yes, I'm here.
Okay, if you disappear, I'm gonna think I died again.
You're here.
I'm gonna start with books real quick. What I wanted to tell you was, if you were just now starting, there is the Pocket Edition, which is the $6.99 on their tablets, and then there is the PC Edition, which is going to cost you around $27. But you only pay that once. You don't pay that monthly. You don't pay that once you've got it. You download it. You're good to go. However, there are a lot of programs that will not play on the Pocket Edition. So if you're going to use, I'm going to give you some deep do-it-yourself kind of stuff. If you use that, you can use the Pocket Edition. For Scrafty or any of those kind of programs, you're going to have to usually use the private servers. You're going to have to use the PC version. So keep that in mind. That's kind of the price point you're looking. The good news is we paid the $6.99 for the Pocket Edition 7 years ago, and we still use it. Oh, look, it pops up.
Yeah, Jessica asked, is that per kid for the computer or one account for multiple users?
Watch it, listen to it. I gotta go back.
They will play together. Devin, you might want to.
Yeah, I'm trying.
If they will play together, you only need to have one account. But if they're like my children, you're going to need to have multiple accounts so that they can play each other. Only one person can be on in one account at a time. Now, if you sign up for, say, Scrafty, I mean, technically, yeah, you could assign one this a subject and another one that subject, and it would be fine. You could use just one account for that if you're trying to save money, but if they're going to want to play together at the same time, they're going to have separate accounts.
I will say with mine, I have my opinion. With mine, they started around preschool and elementary, and they still play. So it's not a bad price. So the fee is per kid.
Per kid, yeah. $27 per kid, per account, yeah. Yeah, but like Devin says, I mean, I've had my account for 7 years. So for $30, I mean, we've used it for 7 years. So, and the same thing, the $6.99, it's in my Amazon thing, and we've used it for forever. But yeah, per kid, it's going to be per kid. So once you decide on that, then you're set into Minecraft. Okay, so some of the books. This book is really great. It incorporates Minecraft builds and real life builds. So see, they'll build something real, but they'll also build it in Minecraft. They have one of these that is a STEM book too. This one's labs. They made catapults and cookies and all kind of stuff, and they make it in real life and also in the book, and it walks them through it really easy. So this is fun to incorporate in your homeschool day. There's a STEM one. These are on sale right now. I just looked to double check to tell you all the price. They're usually $22. They're on sale for $12 right now on Amazon, $12 each. So that's a really good price for these, because I don't know that I paid $22 for this, but so I don't let the kids use time. Nope, that's not going to be a problem. That is creative versus, oh, yep, that's going to go right on my head. They're playing in creative, and that's not a problem at all. Survivor, creative versus survivor mode. Survivor mode has the zombies and things that kill you. Creative, when you go in, they use creative, it gives them everything they need. In survival mode, they're going to have to go find it. They won't have enough food. They're going to have to go find the food. If they don't have enough, fire, they're going to have to go find the fire and the materials to build their houses. That's all in survival mode. In creative, Minecraft gives them everything that they need. So that's fun, especially when you're starting off to do that. I hope y'all can't see my, okay. Then you also have chapter books. There's all kind of, if they like Minecraft and you can get them to do the chapter books with the Minecraft, yes. So, yes, you can play on the PS4, you can play on the Xbox, and you can play on a personal computer. The problem you're going to run into is if your child plays on a PC, they will not be able to play with a child that is on a PlayStation. They don't cross. Again, Scrafty, I'm not 100% sure. I don't think it plays on a station. I'll double check that for you. But you can play the game Minecraft, again, the DIY stuff, but you're not going to be playing servers with other kids on those types of platforms, because almost all the servers are PC servers. So that's going to be a thing. Chapter books, again, I'll put titles and things in the things for y'all, but these are a great addition to just add-ons. And they even have a Minecraft magazine. We have a little bit of an obsession in my house, as you can see. These are my personal things. This is my son's stuff. So we do have all of these. Okay, so you're on the computer and you want to use Minecraft in your school. DIY, doing it yourself. Doing it yourself, you're going to, I'm not real sure what happened there. You can have them build things. Justin built a Native American Adobe home. He went through and built as we were learning the different Native Americans from the different areas of the country, he built the different habitat type areas. Like, this is the kind of house they built, these types of Native Americans built in this area. These are the types that they built for this Native Americans in this area. And he sort of had them all, and he really ingrained it in his head, that kind of thing. Geography, the same thing. You can build, he built Mount Vesuvius. That was really cool because in Minecraft you can make volcanoes erupt. So when we were learning about Mount Vesuvius, he built Mount Vesuvius. He built Mount Rushmore. Very weird Mount Rushmore. I'll share pictures, but it had like Minecraft heads on it because those were the only kind of heads you could use. So you can go through, you can give book reports. If they're reading a book, you can have them create the scene as they picture it in their head in Minecraft. For science, I've seen them build the periodic table in Minecraft. And so they build a big board and it's the whole periodic table. There's also elements in Minecraft so that they can mix the elements and see what happens. So that's very cool. Again, you go back to the volcanoes. You can build and erupt volcanoes and see how it destroys in their path. So you can use it for all of that. What's neat about that is he got to the point where he started going, oh, Mom, this is really cool. I think I could make a really cool build out of this in Minecraft. He wanted to build in Minecraft, and he was trying to keep it as close to what he had learned as possible. So it was just reinforcing so much stuff. And since he loved it, he kept wanting to do it. Art, they can build art projects, modern arts, not modern art, all kind of art. I'm actually going to give you a link to a gardening. It's done with encouraging moms at home, and it's teaching gardening using Minecraft because they plant the seeds and they harvest the seeds. And so it actually teaches gardening by using Minecraft. I found a website, it's called the Relaxed Homeschooling, and she has an amazing site full of do-it-yourself links, YouTube videos. It's broken down by core subjects. It's got free printables that you can use from so you can print things out. And it's got some ideas and links. And I also found one like that that's secular. So Minecraft resources. So I'll have both of those for you. Tons of links in there. But again, this is putting it together yourself, which is great and cheap and wonderful and a lot on a mama. So, or a daddy, whichever one's doing it, whichever parent is being responsible for making sure, who's making sure to check it, and all of those things. So the DIY is great. And like I said, I will share with you some really neat resources. Again, you bring in the lab books that can be used with the DIY because you just sort of throw it together. All of that can be used together. So that's great. Now, we didn't sign on to this because I'm really cheap. Didn't sign on to it for a long, long time. And I met them at the convention, Teach Them Diligently. And I met Scrafty. And I didn't understand, and it's overwhelming, and it's a lot to take in, especially if you're just starting homeschooling. Minecraft. You're just starting Minecraft. Because it's already, you're trying to figure out so much that your kids know, and you don't know how to make it work. So taking this on was just too much. It's amazing. It really is fantastic. When you go in, you create an account, you sign up. I think it's $16, $20 a month, something like that. I have a code for you, a discount code for you that I got from Scrafty when I told them I was doing this. And it's $5 off a month if you do a monthly subscription. So it'll take $5 off a monthly subscription, or it'll take $50 off of a year. So if you're interested, I'm going to put that code in the comments for you so that you can sign up for Scrafty. Scrafty has, you pay the one price a month or for the year, and then you have access to a ton of classes. You can break them down by grade and then by subject. So Justin's currently doing one on building Egypt. So each lesson in the building Egypt one is a week long. Week one, I forget what he's building, pyramids, I think. And it goes through, and they have videos that he watches. They have printables for him to do. They have quizzes for him to do each week that test what he learned to make sure he was paying attention. And then they have a build. What's really neat about this, okay, is he has to go to a specific place in Scrafty. He has to go through the history door and go to this class. The builds are protected, so nobody can come in and tear your stuff up. And as you're going to find your place to build your build, you can see what everybody else is building too. It's really neat to see other kids' takes on, one of them was the chemistry, the elements, periodic table of elements, and to see all the different takes on all the periodic tables of elements. Because kids get so creative. But so you go in and he gets to build his, and then it can be graded. He submits it and somebody, gives feedback. Or it cannot be graded. That's completely up to you. He shows me his stuff and I check it out and I check off on it. It goes to the next week and the next build. He's done habitats where he had to build different habitats. He's done some science where they mix the chemicals together. He's done, so there's a bunch of them that are like that. They don't cost you any extra. Just so much. You also have access to their server, which they pretty much vet. So your kid can go in and just play with other kids, hang out with other kids, build with other kids. And they have a good time at it. They have a chat. I'm going to tell you right now that I 100% attribute my son's reading abilities to Minecraft, because that chat only goes up so far and it disappears. So if they want to read it, they better learn how to read with a quickness. And his reading level jumped. I can't even tell you how fast as soon as he got on that Minecraft and wanted to read that. His spelling has gotten so much better because he doesn't want to look stupid when he goes to spell things on that Minecraft chat. He okay, I'm spelling this right? Am I spelling this right? So he's really paying attention to his spelling. It's a peer pressure thing, I'm sure, but that's okay. He's really paying attention to that spelling. So it's really made in addition to the fact that you have these really cool resources to these already put together classes that you don't have to come up with. And how I generally do it is, we're learning about Egypt this week. I pull up Scrafty and I go, do you have anything on Egypt? Great. And so I grab that and we assign it. They have multiplication in Scrafty, all this different stuff. So it's really great. Now, they also have where you are, so you're a member and you get all those classes. There are bigger classes that they offer. So for instance, Institute for Excellence in Writing. We paid $50 for a class. It's a year-long class. If you're not a member, it was, I think, $100. So you get a discount if you're already a member. But this class met once a week, live. There was a live teacher. There was a live class of people to talk to. The teacher taught a lesson in real time on, we did fables, fairy tales, and something else. Fables, fairy tales. It was a set. We bought the Institute for Excellence in Writing book to go with it. He wrote things. He submitted these writings to this teacher. The teacher graded them and sent them back to me, gave him feedback that wasn't from me. So that was excellent. And they do a lot of things like that. They have several classes. They've already launched this fall semester's classes that are like that. And so you can go ahead and check them out. But that's really neat because they're getting feedback from somebody else. They also build in those classes, and they're live online classes with a teacher. So now you do have to have the PC edition to do that. I'm almost certain that the Xbox and things don't work on that. I will double check on that for you, but I'm almost certain. I'll put that discount code in the back. In the comments. You may have seen the Minecraft Education Edition done through Microsoft. This one's really interesting. It came out about a couple years back, and everybody was very, very excited about it because it was going to be very similar to Scrafty, but set up already for you, and it was going to be a whole lot of fun. The only problem is it's run by Microsoft, and they will not let us have access to it. You have to have a .edu account, email account, so you have to be a teacher. I've heard of some people figuring out how to get around that, but not consistently. So I don't have any great advice on how to get into that. But as of right now, we cannot do the Minecraft Education Edition. Something else was Scrafty. In my adventure group, we have a private, yes, I think so too, because you know what? Somebody said, which is total bull, because homeschoolers thought of this idea first. They are totally stealing this idea from us. So I think it is ridiculous too. But yes, if you do have a .edu, you can get in there. But private server. One of the options that you can do through Scrafty is a private server. I pay extra for this. I think I pay about $25 a month for this extra server. And it's completely private. The only people that can come into that server are people that you add into that server. So if you're looking for an added layer of protection, maybe you don't want your children, you want your children to be able to play with other kids in Minecraft, but you don't necessarily want the Scrafty version that's open to anybody who's in Scrafty, this is a neat option. If you want, you can get several parents to go in with you. You know, y'all could all kind of pay for it. One person pay for it, everybody pay you. And only the kids who are in it can do it. It's great. It's great for that. They're also, it's already set up for protected builds. The kids already get golden shovels so that nobody can, because I'm gonna tell you right now, I've run a private server without it, and those kids will tear each other's stuff up. So definitely keep that in mind. So you can do the private servers, which are a whole lot of fun. If you don't want to use the Scrafty one, because maybe you just don't agree with Scrafty, Mcprohost does them too. So along that vein, you could actually, if you were so motivated, set up your own co-op using Minecraft and do your own Minecraft classes, which would be a lot of fun to do, and have everybody just sign on at the same time and do a Zoom meeting and build, or Skype. My kids love to Skype and play Minecraft with their friends. They talk. It's the funniest thing ever. Something really neat to do too, if your child is using it for school, take screenshots. Take screenshots of those builds that they build and put them in. You can print them out as pictures later or put them in your scrapbooks or something. They're really going to want to remember to see these later. And it really is a lot of fun to go back and take pictures and have pictures. And that's something people don't usually think about because it's on the computer. But if you are on a computer, it's Control-Alt, and it's usually PRT screen, SCRN up at the top. Hold those two down, then paste it into a document or something, and it'll take just the screenshot of what they've built. They will eat that up. They will love, love, love to be able to look back on those pictures and, you know, and have them to use. We actually did a birthday party in Minecraft, so that was a fun thing to do too. Yeah. So they get to, because they're so proud to show you what they've done. And especially with schoolwork, if you're one of those people who's concerned about keeping records of what you've done for school and you're like, yeah, but how do I prove that they did something in Scrafty? Take the screenshots. It's a win-win. You've got the records that you've done it, and you've got the fun for the kids to remember with. So both of those are fun. So I'm going to get all those links posted. That's pretty much all I have right now. I know there's a lot of the Minecraft game on Xbox is the same thing that they use in Scrafty basically. I don't know if you can use Scrafty if you're on an Xbox. I don't think you can. If somebody else knows that's wrong, I will definitely be finding that out. But I don't think so. I think you have to be on the PC version to be able to use Scrafty. But if you only have the Xbox to use, you can do the do-it-yourself version. You can definitely, just have them build things for you in there. Oh, I know what I was going to say. The only reason I was able to do and know as much as I have is because I have an older teenager. I have a 17-year-old. Well, she was 17 then. She's 18 now. Who already knew how to do this and had figured it out, and she really helped her brother a ton. I would definitely, if you don't have an older child, reach out into the community. I know in South Alabama, and my group, South Alabama Homeschooling, we have a ton of teens. Reach out into your homeschool community and see if there might be a teen who might meet you at McDonald's to use their Wi-Fi, or at, you'll buy them lunch or something like that. If they will sit down, and it's overwhelming. It was overwhelming to me. I get on there and I have no idea. I don't know how you fly. I don't know how you back up. I don't know how you cook things. I don't know. His sister walked him through that. So I think you could definitely do something mentoring like that, something to think about if you're still overwhelmed. And especially, I speak for South Alabama Homeschooling because that's the one I run. I know some of y'all are all over. But I'm sure if you were to set up something, we used to set up live play dates at McDonald's where all the kids brought their laptops. Yep, PC or Mac, that's what I thought. But we used to set up play dates at McDonald's where all the kids brought their laptops and they were together, but they were all playing Minecraft. So you could definitely do that. You could definitely do that as an event in one of your groups and say, hey, we've got these kids who want to learn. Is there a big kid who's willing to come and kind of teach them for an hour and get them started? I'm a learner that needs somebody to show me. I don't read well because it's just too much to take in, and I just will. So it depends on how your child learns, but sometimes just having somebody who can show them is a great way to do that. So definitely feel free to do that. That would be great. Any other questions? Yes, those Minecraft. I didn't catch the second one, Devin. You'll have to get me to the second one. I saw the workbooks. There are some workbooks and coloring books even on Amazon that are great. I have one somewhere, but my son really loves those. And even with the math problems and the coloring and stuff, he'll take them. That's why I can't find it, because he took it somewhere to do something. I think he took it to his nana's last time we were there. And, if it's Minecraft, he's all over it. So those are really great too. Yes. You're muted, Devin.
Mari said that she and her husband both play Minecraft, and she's very excited to use it in homeschooling for her girls. I'm excited. I'm thinking. I'm hoping I'm getting outside my comfort zone. I'm thinking we're gonna do some Minecraft this year. Just get out of my comfort zone. Sometimes you have to.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say too that if you're just looking to try it and you're just not sure if this is Scrafty is exactly which one to use, they do some really neat holiday programs. One of the first programs we did before we joined Scrafty was a Thanksgiving program with them, and it was like $10. It was free if you were a member, so they're free if you're a member. But if you just wanted to kind of get an idea, around any major holiday, they usually do something holiday centric, and so you can kind of give it a try, see what it's like for a one-time price. So definitely be checking out they have a Facebook page, they have a Facebook group. I'm a member of that group too. If you get Scrafty, I highly recommend joining that Facebook group. They are the fastest responding, because here's the thing about Scrafty that's really great. They have filters for language. So if your child is chatting with somebody else and somebody else's child starts saying things that they shouldn't be saying, Scrafty doesn't allow it. They've got algorithms in place that block bad language, and they've got monitors on that site all the time. Now, that being said, it is a computer algorithm. So sometimes your child will write shirt, and maybe they accidentally left out a letter, and Scrafty will catch them and kick them out. They'll boot them. But you can go into the Facebook group and tell them, hey, look, my kid was trying to say something, and this wasn't what they were trying to say. Can you please review it? The Scrafty team can go back and look at it, and they'll add them right back if there was really no clear intent of being ugly. But that's an added level of what's neat about Scrafty. There is a site called Mcprohost that I used for a private server originally. If you do that, you want somebody who knows what they're doing to help you, because all of the plugins that block language, that make you the golden shovel so people can't tear up your builds, all of that stuff, somebody will have to know how to plug in. But it's a really great price. I mean, it was, hardly anything for the whole year. So it was neat. But yeah, that's the only problem. Scrafty comes with all of your safety nets kind of in place already, which is nice. Oh, neat. That'll be neat. We'll have to make sure. Share that when she posts this video. Hold on. Let me write that down. We need to make sure that gets shared. It was an autism. Go ahead and read it, Devin. Autocraft, I think that's what it was.
For those with kids with autism, there's a whitelisted Minecraft server called Outcraft, AUTCRAFT. We are planning on checking it out soon. Let me see. People are dinging me.
I'm going to get that at
Outcraft.com. I'm writing it down too. I'm texting this to Aaron.
We're in the same town. That's awesome. That's a really great.
No, I'm sorry. I just spelled it wrong.
Mama, I want
Just a
some
minute, go.
for Papa.
Okay, just a minute. Let's see. It autocorrect.
I know Papa's favorite color is green. So can I take
And
two?
on Facebook. That's great.
There.
Can I take two?
It keeps autocorrected. I'm going to have to send it. Okay.
That's okay. Write it down. You can the When You Rise Up, the Scrafty is under whenyourriseup.com, and it is a Christian website. So the sciences and things are going to be taught from a Christian perspective, just so you know. They also use Apologia books. So if you're using Apologia in your science, they use the Apologia books straight with their free courses, the courses that are included in your curriculum. So that's kind of a neat. Tons of storybooks, like books that you would read, storybooks, books to read, novels that you're classics that you're already going to do. Yeah, right about $20 a month. That's what I think I pay for the private server on Scrafty. Yeah. If you're a member of my adventure group, it's included in your membership. Little plug there. Yeah. So all the adventurers can play on that. So, but yeah, it's great, and it's very easy to use. And again, you have access to people who know what they're doing, and can help you with a quickness. The Mcprohost was a really neat site, and it was great, and it had a ton on it. But customer service wasn't as great. Not that they weren't really nice, but they weren't quick at getting back to you. The Scrafty people, man, they are on top of their business. And if you go jump on their Facebook group, they will help you with a quickness. So that's nice.
That's awesome.
Yep. And then, with this discount code, they were great. I said, I'm going to be doing this talk, and I'm not even just talking about you. I'm going to tell people how to do it by themselves if they don't want to join you. And they said, yeah, we'll still give you a discount code. So I thought that was really good. Really neat of them. I am so sorry this got off to such a rough start. Let me apologize again for that.
It's good. It's all good. We worked it out. I thought it went really good. Anybody else have any more questions? No, nobody?
I know a lot of people were wondering how the Scrafty thing worked. So it's
I think it's awesome. And
grade, so that's nice.
Erin always does a really awesome job. In Professional Home Educators, you can find her teaching the world on world geography and cultural geography, and it's awesome. Lots of awesome stuff. She always challenges me to think outside the box. I tend to default. When I'm stressed, I default to public school. My kids never went to public school, but I did. And I default when I'm stressed. So Erin challenges me to think outside the box.
See, when I'm stressed, I go looking for more stuff. That's my problem. Let's plan something else. That'll be great. You're stressed.
I get text messages in the middle of the night. I have an idea. And I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah.
But yeah, so if you want this book, if you like this book, like I said, it's on sale.
I just checked on Amazon. It's if you get both of them, the STEM one and that one, it's about $20 for both.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Go down, like under Amazon, go down where it has like the 3 bundle. They'll have the 3 books bundled. You can get rid of one. I think the STEM one is only $2 something. So you could probably, that's not a bad deal. But anyway, I am going to close out this meeting and this video. And we had a great time, Erin. And I hope everybody has a good night. And we will see you next week. We don't have a workshop this weekend, but we'll have one next week. And we'll see y'all soon.